So I want you to stop for a second and think. That top, those trousers, do you know which field in which country across the world grew that amazing cotton? Which woman with what family and what life sewed your seam together? Where have you worn those clothes? What experiences have you had in them? Will you still have them in 60 years' time? Why wouldn't you?
Hey guys, welcome back to the Fresh Canvas channel. I am so excited to have you with me. I hope you're all well. So this video is part 2 of our sustainable fashion talk. In part 1, we defined sustainable fashion and fast fashion, and then we looked at the environmental and social impact of fast fashion. And in today's video, we will continue by looking at the benefits of sustainable fashion, how to adopt a sustainable fashion lifestyle, and then we'll address some common misconceptions about sustainable fashion. And without further ado, let's get into it. So sustainable fashion promotes the recycling, reusing, and upcycling of clothing, which reduces the amount of textile waste that gets sent to landfills. It also promotes longer lasting garments, which reduces the need for frequent replacement of clothing. Sustainable brands often use eco-friendly production methods, renewable energy, and local manufacturing to minimize carbon footprints. Materials like organic cotton, hemp, and recycled fibers produce fewer greenhouse gas emissions as compared to synthetic materials like polyester. Many sustainable practices aim to use less water in textile production. For example, organic cotton uses significantly less water than conventional cotton. Recycling and upcycling materials reduce the water needed to grow and process new fibers. Sustainable fashion avoids toxic dyes and harmful chemicals, which reduces soil and water contamination during the production process. Eco-friendly alternatives such as plant-based dyes and closed-loop systems help prevent pollutants from entering the ecosystem. By avoiding pesticides and harmful agricultural practices, sustainable fashion protects ecosystems, wildlife, and natural habitats. Brands that use biodegradable fabrics and less synthetic fibers help prevent microplastics from polluting the ocean and harming marine life. So in total, these practices contribute to a healthier environment and help mitigate the adverse effects of fast fashion on our environment.
But imagine every brand or every garment that you bought came with a tag like this that showed the person behind your clothes. I think that's such a great way to rehumanize our connection to our clothing and the people that make our clothes.
Now that we have looked at the environmental benefits, let's look at the social benefits of sustainable fashion. Many sustainable fashion brands prioritize ethical labor practices, ensuring that the workers get fair wages and that they work in safe environments. These brands also advocate against exploitative practices such as child labor and forced labor, which is prevalent in fast fashion. Sustainable fashion often supports local artisans and traditional craftsmanship, providing economic opportunities and preserving cultural heritage. This creates meaningful work and empowers small communities, particularly in developing countries such as our own beloved South Africa. By avoiding the use of toxic dyes and harmful chemicals, sustainable fashion reduces the health risks for factory workers. Ethical brands often provide better working hours, benefits, and conditions, which improves the quality of life for their employees. The majority of garment workers in fast fashion are women, often underpaid and overworked. Sustainable brands actively promote gender equality by providing fair pay, by providing leadership opportunities and empowerment programs. Sustainability often comes with increased transparency as ethical brands disclose their supply chains and practices, holding themselves accountable to both their workers and their consumers. By focusing on the well-being of workers and their communities, the sustainable fashion industry helps create a more equitable and humane industry, which is what the fast fashion industry lacks.
Clothing can just be clothing. It can be a quick fix, a passing trend, a forgettable item that we wear once for that random date. Or it can be something thoughtful, a material, style, and shape that works for us, something we want to wear over and over again, and something that embodies the story and the experiences of our life.
So now that we have looked at the social benefits of sustainable fashion, let's look at the personal benefits. Because sustainable clothing is made with higher quality materials and craftsmanship, it lasts longer than fast fashion clothing. By investing in durable pieces, you reduce the need to frequently replace your clothing items, which saves you money over time. Sustainable fashion brands often focus on creating timeless designs, which helps you develop a wardrobe that doesn't go out of style. Thrifting and upcycling helps you find unique, one-of-a-kind pieces that reflect your personality. Although sustainable fashion may have a higher upfront cost, the durability and versatility of the clothing helps you reduce overall spending on clothing, which helps you reduce money in the long run. Thrifting and secondhand shopping makes sustainable fashion affordable while keeping your wardrobe fresh. Choosing sustainable fashion aligns with values like environmental care and social responsibility, which can give you a sense of purpose. Knowing that your purchase supports ethical practices can make you feel more connected to your wardrobe. Sustainable fashion helps you adopt a more mindful approach to shopping, which reduces impulse buying and cluttering in your wardrobe. This helps you make better decisions and gives you a deeper appreciation for the clothes that you own. So in total, sustainable fashion benefits both you and your wallet while helping you contribute to a better world.
No one is going to change the world by themselves, but if each person starts to make small changes, it's like a revolution.
So now that we've looked at the benefits of sustainable fashion, let's look at how you can adopt a sustainable fashion lifestyle. You can focus on building a capsule wardrobe where you invest in durable, versatile pieces that you can mix and match. Before buying things, ask yourself a couple of questions. Do I really need this? Can I see myself wearing this for some time? Can I pair this with other things that are already in my closet so that I don't have to buy more items just to make this one item work? As already mentioned, you can shop at thrift shops and vintage shops or online thrift shops because thrifting gives items a second life and reduces the need for new clothes to be produced. You can also research and buy from brands that are committed to eco-friendly and ethical practices. You can look for certifications like eco-friendly, GOTS, which stands for Global Organic Textile Standards, Fair Trade, or B Corp. You can also take better care of your clothes by washing them less frequently. This does not mean wearing dirty clothes. Just if you can see that, you know what, I can actually wear this item again because it doesn't smell, it doesn't have a stain, it's still fine, then you can wash less frequently at a lower temperature to reduce energy consumption and to prevent wear and tear. You can also repair items instead of throwing them away. You can air dry your clothes instead of throwing them into the dryer. You can also learn basic sewing skills like how to fix a button or mend a hole. For special occasions, consider renting clothes instead of buying something that you'll really wear. You can also swap clothes with your friends or with your family. I know I do this a lot. I am always in my mother's closet. These days, I'm also in my brother's closet. If I know that I have a friend or a family member that has a specific item, instead of buying something new, especially if it's for like an event, I will ask them if, hey, can I please borrow this or that? You can also give your old clothes new life by repurposing them into different items. You can also add unique touches through things like painting or embroidery. You should also consider customizing your thrifted finds to create something unique, something that suits your personality and your style. Another way to adopt a more sustainable fashion lifestyle is by cutting down on fast fashion. Be encouraged to stay away from brands that are known for overproduction and unethical practices. And I also want to encourage you to resist the urge to follow fleeting trends and focus more on developing a timeless personal style. Another thing I'd like to encourage you to do is to educate yourself about the fashion industry and its impact on the environment, its workers, and our society, and share this knowledge that you learn and encourage other people to also make more sustainable and ethical choices. You can also participate in a circular economy by selling or donating clothes that you no longer wear instead of throwing them away. So in total, by adopting these habits, you can contribute to a more ethical and environmentally friendly fashion industry while building a wardrobe that reflects your values and your individual style.
Sustainable fashion means being thoughtful,
artisanal, personal style,
a garment with a story,
circularity and community,
zero waste.
So we've talked about the benefits of sustainable fashion. We've explored how you can adopt a more sustainable fashion lifestyle. Now let's address some common misconceptions with regards to sustainable fashion. I find that with people, and even myself at first, the term sustainable fashion can be intimidating. People can have all sorts of preconceived notions about sustainable fashion, and then they eliminate themselves from the conversation. So I would like to address some of these misconceptions so that you can hopefully look at sustainable fashion in a different light and be encouraged to be part of the conversation and the movement as a whole. Sustainable fashion is too expensive. While some sustainable fashion brands have higher prices, you can also participate in a more affordable option of sustainable fashion by thrifting or renting clothes, or borrowing and swapping clothes with friends and family, or buying less. Sustainable fashion is for eco-conscious or wealthy people. Sustainable fashion is for everyone. You don't even have to make big lifestyle changes. Doing things like repairing your clothes or buying less can make a major contribution to the sustainable fashion movement as a whole. Finding sustainable fashion brands is hard. Many sustainable fashion brands are actually online now, and as I've mentioned, you can also look for online thrift shops and platforms like Yaga because these also provide easy alternatives. One person's efforts won't make a difference. While collective small changes like reducing consumption or buying secondhand can make a significant positive impact over time. So all in all, I hope that by addressing some of these misconceptions, you have come to see sustainable fashion in a different light, and you have started to think of ways that you can also be part of the sustainable fashion conversation and movement. And there you have it, guys. The sustainable fashion conversation is a conversation that is relevant now more than ever. I hope that you have learned how sustainable fashion has social, environmental, and personal benefits. I hope that you've also taken some ideas of how you can adopt sustainable fashion practices into your life, like thrifting, like buying from brands that are committed to eco-friendly and ethical practices, repairing your items instead of throwing them away. I hope that I have also cleared up any misconceptions that you might have had about sustainable fashion, and I hope that you realize that you too can be part of this conversation and this movement. Feel free to drop a comment in the comment section below, letting me know how you plan on adopting a more sustainable fashion and lifestyle, or how you are already adopting a more sustainable fashion lifestyle. If you haven't checked out part 1 of this video, please do so. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.